Yeah, very interested to see how Mirage does commence. And the pistol round underway now. Charlie, you mentioned your favour in AMKAL. I'm gonna take the other side. I'm going Metizport here. Although I'm favoured on Overpass, I think if the individuals can be stepping up, if Nilo can be performing to the levels that we've seen of him, I don't really think many players are gonna try and stop him. It's very difficult to do so, but it is gonna be this B-pop here. They're making their way into the bomb site. It is Nilo spearheading the attack. Travis attempting to eliminate, but struggling, but it's Forrester from bench finding two. Susp eventually coming alive, and Travis finally having his moment. It's a 4-on-2. ZTR and Jaquinho needing to find these picks. They do get one though.
Ran instantly out the door, very isolated from the rest of his team. Didn't really see anyone wanting to join, but yeah, Icy towards the apartments, does find one. Takes down Jaquinho, all on ZTR. Had some really impactful moments in some of the previous series here in the playoffs, but how much can he do? Spots the first player, takes them down, but the trade comes through. Icy does find ZTR, and AMKAL do take the pistol, but let's get quite down to the wire. There was something I wanted to mention, and I've sort of been building it up for a while. I wanted to see a bit of a storyline between Metizport and Fnatic. I was excited for the potential grand final meetup. See Jaquinho sort of have that rivalry match, that grudge match against Fnatic, and then Fnatic lost to 9 Pandas.
Yeah, I think it was unfortunate, but I think 9 Pandas certainly a strong side. I'm really interested to see how that second semi-final does go. So obviously that will be after this series. But Charlie, it was a 4 versus 2 there for AMKAL. Metizport bring it close. I think it's nice from ZTI. He's trying to isolate those 2 fights. Obviously took a little too long there to take down Stein, and I think that was the problem. But just goes to show that the pistol round, you can have, you know, a nice advantage, and all it takes is a couple quick headshots, and that's where it gets a little interesting. But a force here from Metizport with the bomb plant. An investment, obviously, from AMKAL. An important round here for the T's to try and level things up.
Yeah, it's a pretty good buy as well for the T side. 4 rifles in play. Nilo's taking the hit. Got the Deagle with that full util. But, I mean, these rifles can do a lot of work. Just going to be playing it quite slow right now. They don't have loads of util to burn. So, you imagine it's just going to be mainly gunfight. He's trying to take some control for now, but window is being smoked off, so teams can look towards mid.
Ooh, nice dodge of the nade there from Adam. Something we have to mention is in the series that we got to watch from Metizport, and it has to be a factor as well, that we see sometimes a couple of the players can be a little slow to start, and it really does have a big effect when it comes to needing to take these series. And when it's your map selection, if you have a player who's a little slow to start a series, like, although it's not, you know, that early in the day, it's not as though these players are going to be crazily warmed up. So I feel like when you're going into a series, first map, it's your selection, and someone's playing a little kind of, I guess, underperforming. That's where things can get a little tough. So although it's early doors in the series, early doors in map 1, Metizport, it is their map selection, so they've got to find success on it.
Nice early fire from Travis. Forrester chimes in with one of his own. Hello, out from the apartments. Oh, gets off the bomb. That does take down his teammate. He runs out of bullets in the dig. And Adam B will fall here without finding anything else. You were mentioning stars and having players of being a bit slow to warm up sometimes. The 2 players I mentioned for AMKAL, Forrester and Icy, already do have 3 kills each. Both found 2 in the pistol. Now found 1 on this force buy against Metizport. So yeah, they're already sort of coming alive a little bit. I haven't seen anything too crazy just yet, but they're at least getting their impact. They're at least having their kills, because I remember back to the round of 16 game that we cast, Fred. You have players like Forrester and Icy who both sort of run single digits throughout a pretty long inferno.
Yeah, and I think it's nice to see them stepping up here. Clearly, when it matters most, these individuals do perform. I like the hero AK here from Nilo, dropped over by ZTR. And if there were to be a player to somehow single-handedly win a round for Metizport, it would be Nilo. I'm not sure if you got to see, Charlie, but Travis had the mouse cam, which we do like to see. Obviously, the player cams are in play here in the playoffs.
This round is actually spiraling quite a bit out of control.
A lot of work for Stein.
Down here it's very isolated. Doesn't find anything early. Gets found. Forrester in the 1 versus 3. He hears all of these steps, could try to catch a good timing, but Nilo spots him, and just like that, the Hero AK wins. Too many fights taken there from AMKAL, too many heavily unfavored fights. You see it started off with Travis pushing underpass, goes 1-for-1. A player holding towards under gets caught in between the mid player swinging and the player towards under. Completely gone out of control. And Metizport, on a round that they should have no right winning, somehow put their first on the board.
Yeah, as well, I think the player in Connector, I loved what we saw from Metizport. It was kind of the jiggle from the right-hand side. Stein was just so hyper-focused on eliminating one. He wasn't ready for the swing from the left. And I feel like Metizport, they played it nicely. You know, they're unfavored. It's not as though they've got the strongest of chances of winning a round. So let's just play as a pack, see what we can do. And look, they got the round victory, Charlie, in it. And I think we mentioned how both AMKAL and Bleed in that game, there was rounds. And it's quite similar in the Metizport match as well. It seemed as though there were big rounds that were kind of thrown away, and I feel like although it's early doors, that has to be a round to mention. If Metizport are able to take things on Mirage and it comes close, we have to mention round number 3, because there's no way, there should be no right, as you mentioned, for AMKAL to lose that.
Yeah, I certainly imagine this one's also going to be a bit of a technical pause as well, as ZTR was standing up. So
yeah, he's walking away.
I think it's going to be a bit difficult to play some good CS when that is happening, but
grabbing a drink.
Something like that, maybe.
Yeah,
along those lines. Yeah, certainly sitting down, all ready to play, but Jaquinho is on the AWP, and AMKAL are going to be forced onto the eco due to that failed anti-eco from them.
The problem is the loss bonus is really weak, and Krad's going to struggle to invest. We could see the AWP on Icy, so although utility might not be too strong for AMKAL, I think they need a weapon to try and battle against the AWP of Jaquinho. But already the finances for Metizport, they're against an eco. We're not really expecting much. So if Metizport can keep at least 4 players alive, things are going to be looking good for all their finances. But Charlie, also
comfortable B site take, and I wonder how much the CTs are also going to try to fight this one here. I mean, there are no sort of SMGs to get that 600 loss kill reward, sorry, but do you really want to give up sort of 1.5k worth of kill reward?
Yeah, I'm with you on it. I think just keep the USPs alive. There's no real need to kind of give money away, but 3 players will just peek one by one.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like they've listened to us, as 22 points of damage is what the CT were able to deal there. So not too much. Metizport will level things up 2-2, and we will have a buyout for AMKAL. I see instantly on that AWP to try to rival Jaquinho.
But Charlie, look, Series 1, it's going to be over by today. We've got the finals later today at 5 o'clock, or 5 o'clock our time, 6 CEST. Make sure you set your alarms, because obviously one of these teams will be playing that. The second, obviously, being either BetBoom or 9 Pandas.
I mean, it's going to be crazy that we're gonna luckily get to find out the finalists, and then we're gonna also get to watch the game later today to see who is going to take this, because I mean, I have no idea. 4 teams that certainly have equally as good a chance.
And that's the great thing. It seems as though in all kind of levels, in all aspects with the CCT, there's always competition. It's not as though any games are going to be kind of crazily dominant.
A good-looking CT round here, though, for AMKAL. Nello does just find 2. He's got 3 overall in the round. Molotov from Jaquinho could be good, but I'm just slightly back to where he is going to be peeking into Jaquinho. That could be brutal. Icy holding his teammates Palace, and Jaquinho does find one. Look at this. Nilo not giving up anything. Doesn't want Icy to try to get a kill back into this round.
But Charlie, there's still 50 seconds on the clock. Icy needs to realise, look, they could have made their way back towards B. And I like it from Metizport. They're just freezing. They're allowing the kind of the questions to be forced through the mind of Icy, because it's really about timing here. Somehow, okay, Icy's still alive here, and he's definitely going to be aware that A is the play. I'm interested to see why Metizport aren't backing away, but they still win the round. It was a 3 versus 2 at one point there in favour of AMKAL, but Metizport, they go on a bit of a streak on the T side. As mentioned before, this is their map selection, so for them to have a good chance of winning the series, they do need to take it, because as we mentioned before, AMKAL somewhat favoured on overpass.
Wow. What a double that was from Nilo. Fully getting to watch it from his perspective. The kill through the smoke as well, but the 2 versus 4, Metizport still will take it, and their patience really was rewarded there in that final 1v2.
Yeah, it seems as though AMKAL, they had information, they had the kind of read, but players peeking, and it has to be stated, a little bit unnecessarily. We saw Stein just elevating himself on top of Firebox and instantly found by Chiquinho, very much aware. Oh, they're going to be going into the stack, a little bit worrying. Stein just playing on the edge of the Molotov, close, holding towards the ramp swing. Might be able to find a pick here with the Deeg, and will be able to do so. Sadly can't double down, and CTR jumps out of Palace, finds a double. And instantly, we're looking at a 4 versus 2.
Yeah, it was a bit of a stack, but the players weren't all close enough to be able to sort of get into the bomb site. The Utah was good enough to isolate half the players into the site, half out. There's only so much you can really do, spamming the Deegs through the smokes.
Lilo finding Icy, and Adam B takes down Travis. Once again, Charlie, it's another round where plenty of Metizport players survive. Look, Chiquinho and Nilo both above 11k. And Icy now contemplating whether to invest in the big green at the cost of utility, and I think it has to be stated. Icy, in the series we have seen, has had those key moments with the AWP in hand, and I think to take down Metizport, you've got to wield the big green, and quite luckily we are going to be seeing it here in round number 7.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a key weapon for this AMKAL side. I mean, Forrester is always going to be that sort of star rifler, but Icy's AWP can never be underestimated. It can be so deadly when he does come alive. Forrester, I mentioned as the star player, does so much damage, brings Adam B down to 1 HP, ZTR brought down even lower thanks to the neighbor. Travis can just clean things up for now and stabilize this round for AMKAL.
Yeah, ZTR as well low, but still finds Crad, in fact. Icy eliminating ZTR, bit of a missed shot from Chiquinho as well. Just holding towards door, and finally Sus going to be making his way through the back lines. Chiquinho somewhat trapped here. Stein creeping his way into the bomb site. Oh, it's all going to be about timing. They're both holding towards Sus. Nice shot from Chiquinho. Second not secured though, and it's a 1 versus 1 now. Both players full HP. Stein with a fair bit of utility, and he will eliminate Sus. So AMKAL, they do silence the streak of Metizport. Sadly, with only 1 survivor. Look at the money. The weaponry not going to be great. I'm expecting only 1 M4 here, Charlie.
Yeah, not going to have any issues on the side of Metizport. As you mentioned how strong their economy was, and it just leaves a lot left in the reserve. Even after, I mean, look, they like bought an AK for you, so we still have 5.5k left. But, I mean, we see the patience again from Chiquinho. If clearly didn't realise the other player was so deep on that bomb site.
Travis going to be taking some control here. Adam will eliminate. Very aggressive here towards A. The nade finding as well, so Crad brings it to a 4 versus 3. Chiquinho is a bit unfortunate on timing because the player crossed. Oh, Sus in the back line. Needs to find this kill, but now it's gotten even harder. CTR is going to make his way towards B with a bomb. We have got Icy holding. Certainly not an easy player to find.
Forrester as well now in this really deep position.
Yeah, ZTR
flanking the apartments, does turn and does take down Forrester, makes this round once again a bit more doable. Look at Crowd on the other side of the map. Chiquinho's been holding here all round. A 2v2 now.
Yeah, AMKAL, they just needed to sit. They could have had a player deep towards CT holding Murder Hole, the 1 towards B, and 2 defenders on A, and it would have been perfect. It would have been so simple for AMKAL. But it seems as though they kind of looked to be the heroes, looked to take some space, and in doing so gave up their lives. And now the A bomb site completely open. It is the half HP Stein as the defender. Metizport with full utility. Very limited time, and Icy is slowly making his way towards short. But still, there's that slight chance it can be this B play. Chiquinho going to be making his way through now. Steps heard. Not going to be the easiest of plants, just towards default. Chiquinho is holding. Oh, and Giacchino's finding. Charlie, it was a 2 versus 4. It's now gone to a 2v1. It's all on Icy. Giacchino's low, so the nade can find. The nade will find. Unfortunate for Giacchino. Oh, he makes his way towards Palace. I love this from ZTR. There's so many question marks as to where ZTR can be.
There's a Molotov as well.
But there's a smoke to deal with it. Steps heard. He's not on the bomb.
Time is
Such a
ticking
limited
so
time, yeah.
heavily. He has to back away. Icy does find the kill. We'll be able to retrieve his AWP, but sadly can't win the round. 2 versus 4. We've seen 2 of them already from Metizport. A lot of clutch potential in this team, and Giacchino's being a part of both of them. His patient play style with this AWP on this T side has rewarded him time and time again.
It was great from ZTR though, the reposition. It just took so long for Icy to try and make his way onto the bomb site, clearing so many angles, and although having the smoke, did have a flash as well, but kind of knew that the spam would have come through if he was sticking. It would have been quite a tough round to win. But it really makes you question in those scenarios, you know, obviously he wants to save the AWP, give another chance. But I think at the same time, you've got the smoke on the bomb. There's still time. You could have defused it.
Pistols again for AMKAL. A site though it feels like we've seen a few too many times this half already, but first kill does go their way. Once again into this standard Metizport A execute. They seemingly like this when AMKAL are on these weaker buys.
Travis is in a great position. That smoke is going to help him out massively. Has he just been spotted? He certainly has after taking down ZTR. Icy finding one with the AWP. It is a 2 versus 2 now. The double reposition. I like this. Obviously they're aware of Icy, but wasn't ready for his reposition as mentioned before. It's now Nilo in a 1 versus 2. Still has the AWP to face off against. And as the smoke fades, he's going into both of them. A great round from Icy. Single-handedly wins it. And that saved AWP. Working its magic.
Yeah, 3 kills there from Icy. Top of the charts right now, I believe. 10 kills to his name. Yeah, reposition is really good. This shot didn't even matter if he missed it. If he did, Forrester's certainly going to clean things up.
It was an important round. I think AMKAL, it's given them a chance to secure things on the CT side. Finances for Metizport now have fallen. Oh, that is a great shot from Giacchino. They're aware of Travis trapped in the corner.
Not far off with the wall bang from Giacchino. TT is allowed to get away. But we're seeing... It's not really another hero war, but we'll say it is for the storyline, see if he can rival ICs. But yeah, Giacchino already finding the first kill. Crad brought down very low. Time to around half HP. Sus. Don't know if he quick switched there or just had nade out or something. Does get taken down. So disadvantage situation now for Metizport. AMKAL. Another round where they are favoured, surely. I'll give up another.
Stime's getting himself in the back lines. He's pushed through Palace. It's going to be so obvious that it is this B play, and that's why we are seeing this rotation from Forrester. Oh, okay, Stime. In fact, can be backing away towards Palace.
No information. Knowing that you could be soon enough facing Giacchino's AWP coming your way. Doesn't really want to hold that deep an angle. And easily get taken down and give him the advantage once again.
Crad's in a nice position. If he goes unchecked, he definitely finds one. Forrester's rotated his way into the bomb site as well. Crad dodging the first flash, and there it is. He spots the first. Could fall to Nilo here, but... Ooh, nice from Giacchino to find Forrester. It's a 2 versus 2 here. It's another scenario where it's a 2v4. They brought it close. Giacchino peeking into the AWP of Icy, though certainly not a simple one. Nilo just backing away. Maneuvers his way through the smoke, but Icy's holding. Another key round from Icy. Finding both.
This is what I mentioned, AMKAL, in terms of Icy and Forrester. If they can come alive in this game, they can be really key. And Icy, 12 and 5 in the first half. Had some really, really big moments with the AWP. You've got to think, had a chance to win that 1 versus 2 clutch as well. Took both the players down, just didn't have enough time to defuse the bomb. Held this angle for both the kills. Got given both of them. And only a couple of rounds left of this half, and it's still very much up in the air. Obviously, to point out once again, this is the Swedes map pick. Metizport picked this one. So it is going to be, well, it feels quite important for them to win this, because this overpass is sort of the most one-sided map in this series. I still don't think it's a guarantee by any stretch of the imagination, but it is very important for Metizport to take this one, to put the pressure on AMKAL.
Charlie, it's the investment from Metizport. They've opted for the buy. They've got Tech 9s, they've got Mac 10s. I don't think they realised that the finances of AMKAL were this strong. You know, we've got rifles on everyone. The AWP on Icy. And instantly it's a 5 versus 2. Metizport now questioning as to the real reasons for the buy, as it will be weaknesses in the next as well. So we can be looking at a 7-5 scoreline.
Yeah, the Force, you're not getting anything from it. At this stage, you're not getting a bomb plant. You're pretty likely to not get a kill. I mean, even more so now with that nade dunking down onto ZTR, shipping him lower. Icy finishes off the round, gets his second in this one. But AMKAL, yeah, all 5 players survive. Look at the money on the side of Metizport. You've got Jaquinho with the most cash, and he's got less than 3k.
Yeah, I'm not too sure as to the real reason for that Metizport.
They couldn't be there playing for the bomb plant, because even if they got the bomb plant, they still wouldn't have enough money.
They played for the round.
Yeah, they were playing for the full-on round win with that buy, but yeah, we didn't see anything particularly fancy. It was another one of the AXQs that they do like to use, but there wasn't enough flair to it for the pistol to get that deep.
Yeah, I think in those scenarios, you have to find the opening kill and you've got to do it fast. Weapons try and be retrieved, but Jaquinho will take that crap.
Here. If Travis goes down, these are 2 weapons top mid that can be picked up. Jaquinho's charging. Doesn't seemingly care. Travis does find him. I mean, this is what I mean. Things are getting a bit awkward. The UMP from range finds Forrester. These are weapons that can still be picked up. AMKAL, it feels like taking this mid-aggression against a team with UMP arguably is their best weapon. Wasn't worth it at all.
Yeah, it seems as though the 2 individuals that did push towards the top of middle was a little bit disjointed.
Look at Adam B. Look where he is. There's going to be a free bomb plant here for Nilo. Here you almost find Stein as well. He's 1 HP from that Molotov and still dealt 70 points worth of damage. Will be juggled over. I'm going to be peeking first. Adam E gets the kill. Icy close for a trade and does get it. Not much time remaining. Icy versus Nilo here. Has found out his position, but no need for the young Swede to peek. Does so, I don't think there's time, surely not. Oh, it's close. Not close enough though. Icy, another almost 1 versus 2 clutch from him. Isn't able to cross the line. You can see how brutal that is for him just through the webcam there. How much he knew that round could be so important for AMKAL, but can't take it in the end. It does feel like a bit of a mistake. The aggression towards mid doesn't feel like the best situation that we have seen AMKAL make. Decision making, yeah, not perfect.
It's given Metizport a chance now. It's kind of given them the possibility. If it was a 7-5 scoreline, pistol goes the way of AMKAL, that's where we're kind of thinking, look, things are getting a little bit out of control.
Obviously, don't get me wrong, AMKAL, they do play Mirage in their map pool, but obviously, Metizport play it far more. Almost got 3 times the amount of maps played in the last 3 months as AMKAL, and they also do have a better win rate on it. Right now, the way Icy's playing, no one can really rival him. A good A setup from the CTs here. Jaquinho finds the first. Nilo finally chooses to strike, and yeah, it's all going to go the way of Metizport, surely. Travis is alive. Got a bit of view tilt, but no armor behind it.
Yeah, not an easy 1v3. Just taking his time. We'll get another HE grenade.
I'm interested in what they were going to use with these nades.
Maybe double
Maybe a
nade
double
towards
nade
Ticket.
somewhere.
Yeah,
Sadly,
Travis.
never got to see them come through.
Just waiting. Hoping for an individual to peek, but there's no real reasoning for it. Flash on the balcony. Oh, nice peek there from Adam. We'll get 2 in that one. And Metizport, they take the pistol hit. This is where things are going to get a little tough for AMKAL. We mentioned, I think their best chances to secure the series is to take Mirage, and we could see it in a 2-0. Obviously, Metizport, they've got a stronger win rate on both Mirage and Inferno.
No force buy here for the T's. Just going to see them stick to the pistols. We are seeing a bit of an aggressive push. Chiquinho takes first contact. And Nilo will strike through. Yeah, just Chiquinho and Nilo find all 5 between them. Pretty quick round.
Yeah, we had 3 SMGs. We had 3 SMGs in play and they weren't able to find a single kill. You know, the idea of bringing them out is to kind of maximise the finances, and look, they didn't even find a pick.
To be fair, at least on the side of AMKAL, they're not aware of how many SMGs are in play then. So it's not really like they're going to make a call based around that. They know that there is at least one because there was a few shots fired, but not going to be aware of exactly everyone's weaponry. But I mean, Mirage is a map where weapons like the MP9 have plenty of places they can be played. Oh, I love this boost. Crad does spot out Chiquinho, but the nade actually causes a lot more damage than was dealt. Oh, another dunk onto Crad. Look how low he is now. Oh, no! And Crad finally gets found, bombarded by artillery. Finally will fall.
Yeah, that's a tough round. You deal 27 damage yourself to Chiquinho and just get hit by so many HEs. And it's a great way for Metizport to find the opener. They're not having to use these MP9s, they're just finding kills with HEs.
I mean, you look, the nade also did damage to Icy, softening him up for these MP9s as well.
Yeah, looks like those the T's. They're going to try and take some space towards the middle. They've smoked towards top gon, one in window, and it allows Forrester to take this control. Oh, I'm interested to see why they've boosted up the M4 and not the MP9, but
doesn't seem to matter, might not even come into play. Travis brought down really low.
Yeah, Stime's going to be making his way towards Apps. It's all about timing here for Susp. He's in such a good position, though. Stime will be peeking it. Oh, nice instant headshot here. We have got Nilo boosted up, but we mentioned it might not even be needed.
Surely we get to see it get something. We do. Travis not expecting to play on the boost, and finally it does come into play. 3 players surviving for the CT side. And they do manage to make it work on a bit of a bonus round with those 3 MP9s. Like you were so concerned about, but yeah, Crad had a tough time that round.
Yes, not the nicest of scenarios. It's great utility though.
Yeah, first force buy was bested, and Metizport can look to continue this streak.
Yeah, AMKAL, they're going to be conceding double digits to their opponents. Just allowing it. There is a couple deals in play, but we're not really expecting much from them.
I'm interested. There has been a few times where we've seen Crad sort of on webcam. He does appear to be quite. That is crazy that no nade damage was taken there.
Yeah, it feels like a.
And not only that, Stein pushes forward and finds one, takes a second down. I'll hold on what I was going to say, because this is something a lot bigger than that. Surely not another one to Chiquinho. You know he's confident though, no. The orb does come through and things have reached a bit more of a level of normality here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You know, AMKAL get a double towards B. You're kind of expecting them to progress out, but we've got so many deep lurks, so many kind of late flanks. We are going to be seeing one from Crad here, and timing is going to be everything. They can just delay that. There's so much time. Icy getting tagged by the orb of Chiquinho. Crad, though, needs to make his moment. Oh, he shoots a little early. Nilo will be able to isolate this now. Nilo finds one. Crad falling as well. It's now 1 versus 1. It's Adam B versus Icy.
Oh, I see. He's too aware.
Got the AWP as well.
Oh, I'd love if he held the apps angle. Oh, Adam's just going to be sitting here in apartments waiting for a tap. He's going to be as far away from this bomb plant as possible. Icy's got the AWP. Doesn't matter that he's 43 HP. He's going to be comfortable. The bomb plant is going to indicate to Adam. Okay, yeah, this bomb's down.
Icy, he's made his way towards CT. We have got a molly on Adam. Problem is, so far away, could be absolutely anywhere. Icy just holding the lines here, not going to be easy for Adam. Oh, missed shot though, made things possible. We mentioned the molly's in play. Going to be sent through. Peek from Icy though, necessary, will be able to save. And it's the weak weapons that prevail, Charlie.
Finally, Icy's actually able to win one of these 1v2 clutches. That's the third one he's been in. And in every single one, he's killed everyone, just not actually being able to win the round. This time, finally, yeah, the weaker weapons, like you mentioned, do come through. And it's a crucial round for AMKAL, because Metizport, they take that one. They're on double digits. They're starting to sort of smell out that finish line.
Yeah, I think Stein does such a good job to find two there. Gotta set things in motion. Ooh, Jaquinho, he's stepping. They're very much aware.
Definitely been hurt. They surely can't get anything. No, not even a bullet fired. I like the play though. You know, AMKAL. Oh, I don't think they've really gone early A. I think I can take some deep control. Does it? This round doesn't work. Double Palace couldn't really be more brutal than that for Jaquinho, but does get taken down and gives AMKAL a chance to get an advantage in this one. But what I was actually going to say last round before all the craziness started to happen. There's been a number of times where we've seen sort of Krad's webcam or his sort of setup and everything, and there's a lot of times we've seen him be quite emotional in this game. Sort of with missed shots that he's had, he's been very, very emotional on the camera, and that's not necessarily a bad thing to have on your team. There's plenty of sort of top 20 teams in the world that have very emotional players on their team. I mean, Apex is sort of the definition of an emotional player, and yet he's still won it all.
I think as well, you know, it's always good to see passion. It's always good to see when players kind of really are kind of mentally and physically invested in a game. And I feel like you see it from Device, probably one of the, you know, has to be say one of the best players to play. You'll see him miss a shot. You see him hit the monitor. You know, it happens quite frequently. It's seen by a lot of teams. So I like the passion being shown. Hopefully it doesn't affect ability though, because I feel like sometimes that's where, you know, when you are getting too bogged down about missing a simple shot, things can kind of fall out of favour. But AMKAL, certainly not falling out of favour here on the T side of Mirage, as they've won a couple rounds here. Will be level scoreline 9-9, as it will just be the eco from Metizport. That leaves for an exciting finish here.
Yeah, I mean, it started off as a very close game. AMKAL arguably potentially could have taken a slight lead going into the second half, but Metizport had a bit of a period where they were running away with things, but once again it looks like it is back to that close game, which is what we want here. Semi-finals, Fred. One of these two teams are going to be able to secure themselves a spot in that grand final.
One of these two teams could be the victors of the whole event.
Yeah, 100%. There's no reason why they can't, but we need to see them first make that initial hurdle to get to that grand final, because it could really be either of them.
Has to be stated though, Charlie, certainly not an easy opponent to face. You know, both BetBoom and 9 Pandas, they've looked brilliant, so
I mean, there's a lot of tough competition here. I think we could be saying the same thing in that game as well. Once we find out the winners of this, yeah, sort of being like, oh, there is a tough competition facing in that final. Very little invested in this round, though, for Metizport. Maybe even nothing. I think there's a P2K on ZT. I thought it was a P250, but yeah, it looks like absolutely nothing invested at all on the CT side. They can find 1 or 2 kills, that'd be pretty successful. Right now, though, they have got the call wrong.
Yeah, we mentioned in rounds prior with AMKAL, when it is just the USPs, not giving up kind of kill reward. Jaquinho will find Forrester. Boost coming through here from Stein. That's got an HE grenade. Oh, Adam needs to get himself out of that.
Nothing connecting right now. Nilo
Ooh,
tucked
just
in the
off-checked.
corner. Does find that one. Adam would love to try to save one of these weapons. The swing's not properly coming through to take down Adam. He's 1 HP.
Travis could very comfortably go down here. And he will do so. There's only 2
another
survivors.
weapon. I don't actually know if we'll be able to see Adam survive.
Oh, it does so. 1 HP. 2 AKs in the next. That is absolutely brilliant.
For a full eco, taking down 3, saving 2 AKs. That's a pretty good eco.
Yeah, and it's interesting because we mentioned how, you know, the USPs potentially not want to give themselves up for that kill reward, but it seemed like AMKAL, they were hunting for picks there. You know, they were quite heavy to try and fight towards short. Once they have that information that there's 4 players in connector, just head your way towards market, just push yourself in apps. There's no real need for them to fight it, especially as all they're gaining is, you know, $300. The losses heavily outweigh the gains. Nice mid control. Attempted to be taken here from AMKAL, but 2 players already eliminated with that attempt. Smoke coming through here on the CT side to deny Crad. Oh, Stein found by Chiquinho. It's a 2 versus 4 now. That will have been heard. They're going to be aware that Crad is on this boost.
Yeah, we've seen a couple of 2v4s for Metizport. AMKAL now have one of their own. That's the thing that I don't think we've spoken about enough as well. Just the amount of 2v4s and... Oh, love the double swing. Icy finds one, but so much more work to do. Doesn't take the shot and gets brought down to 18 HP. But we've seen a number of 2v4s go the way of Metizport this game alone. It feels very, very rough. You got to think, where could AMKAL have been if they didn't come through?
Charlie, there's still a possibility here. Certainly not going to be easy, and with the deep position here of ZTR, we won't hear the steps. Icy is now just shifting. Because he's in ramp, Icy can in fact plant. A possible clutch. Drop pass come through. Oh, it can be denied. It could have been denied that. DTR will find. Orp can be saved. Bomb plant can be big here. For AMKAL, it will allow them to potentially bring out some Deagles. Potentially some Kevlar. So, the bomb plant, not too bad there at all.
I mean,
great
considering the situation, yeah, it is a very solid outcome for Icy there and AMKAL.
4v1. Able to find 2 and get the bomb down. And it's going to allow them to buy. Obviously, Icy having a lot of finances. Crowd as well. Just means players like Travis, like Forrester, they can get that full utility.
Pulling into window, Nello. They'll have to back away from it. Just a little bit of chip damage.
Yeah, it didn't take anywhere near as much damage as I thought he would have done.
Yeah, luckily the molly wasn't too far down. Wasn't down for too long for him to take that extra bit. But yeah, it feels like mollies work differently. It feels like when I'm in them, I would be dead there. When anyone else is in them, they survive. Take about 10 damage.
Yeah, only 28 damage there. It's still something to note. Crad, very deep here. It's all going to be about timing. But Crad's the one who gets it onto ZTR. Chiquinho, lone defender here towards B. Not going to be easy. Needs to find the first, but struggling. So close to the bullets. And Stein finding Forrester as well, eliminating Nilo. It's the 2 twins currently surviving here for Metizport, and they are going to be saving.
They can't really attempt this one. Have to back away. I mean, we've seen some crazy clutches, but this one's far too far gone. Keep yourself alive, because these weapons can be crucial for the next round. It'll be interesting to see what we might see happen. Both Adam B and Sus do have a little bit of cash in the reserve. I don't think it's enough to be able to get out an actual buy or anything. Make it worth. I mean, Sus can drop. I don't think Adam B will have enough, and the rest of the team won't either.
Yeah, I mean,
it'd be a very bold call to see a buy.
I think it's better to just give AMKAL 11. I think if they do decide to invest in this, potentially giving up map point, a bit of a danger, especially on your map selection. But we could see it. We could see M4s dropped across from both of them, in fact. Oh, and we are. This is do or die for Metizport.
Yeah, it's a really risky play here. They're taking the risk. They're going for it. And I mean, Fred, this can make or break. Mirage is their map pick. They have to try to do something from it.
Yeah, big round here. AMKAL with success. They should find 12, and it leaves Metizport against the wall. Early boost started, and Crad once again taking a fair bit of damage. Surely it can't be another round where Crad spots nothing and taken down by the HEs. Palace, Stime's just waiting. Stime's been really good at finding these entries. Second top performer on the AMKAL side. Currently led by Icy. I'm liking the setup here towards A. We've got Adam B just jump spotting, Jaquinho tucked away in Firebox, and Nilo in jungle. Obviously it leaves mid completely open. But I think AMKAL, they do a good job to take control towards middle, and I think Metizport realised, look, let's just save our utility, let's save our kind of firepower. We can give up middle and just have a strong A and B hold, and I think it's the right decision, especially when you've got weak weapons. We've got the MP9 in place, certainly not going to be easy, but it's going to be this A split here, 3 through Con, 2 out of Palace. And Jaquinho is going to play a real key part in this one. Adam, going to be jump spotting here. Are they aware of it though? It's all about timing for Adam. Currently being held, steps are heard. Adam will find one before falling. Jaquinho still in such a good position. The bombs to go down, planted, reverse default. Jaquinho surely going to find Crad though. He makes his way back. Oh, Jaquinho taking his time, will eventually find. Doubles down. And it's a 4 versus 1 here for Icy. Currently in ladder room. And it's going to be a simple defuse. Metizport, they take the risk for the round, and they certainly find that success. And they take down everything. Jaquinho can save that orb. ZTR going to be the one picking that one up. And Metizport, the force buy is a resounding success.
Yeah,
so
that's going to be a very tough one for AMKAL to deal with. I mean, it was a round, they got given the chance for it. They got given the opportunity, the lifeline to take their opponent's map pick. It feels like AMKAL have had a lot of those chances this game. They've had a lot of very favoured rounds. They've had a lot of situations that we potentially should have just seen naturally go their way from the setup we've seen. That could have been a really key moment in this one. Still, money's in play. AMKAL, it's not like they've been mentally reset or financially reset. They've still got a chance.
Yeah, big round for AMKAL to win. Keeps them in contention here on Mirage. Potential for overtime. Icy, AWP in hand, looking to peek. Susp needs to be cautious. Not ready for it. So the opener goes the way of AMKAL. Adam B still very close to the action here. Needs to be a little worried about Crad. Flashbang won't fully blind. Adam repositioned here. Aware of Crad, but Icy's AWP. And we have it, a 5-on-2. AMKAL, we've mentioned they've kind of given away these advantage scenarios in the past. Will they do it here, though? That is the question. And it looks as though the save will be in play for Metizport. Both Jaquinho and Nilo can drop weapons across to their teammates. In fact,
they're actually looking like they're going for a gamble here. This is arguably the worst play. You're able to see the force off of these saved weapons. We could easily see the force again off of these two. Now, they know Jaquinho is the last player alive. We can pretty easily see a hunt. If AMKAL want to, and you can see, look at them. Spreading out all over the map. They know they want this orb. They want to take it out of the hands. Icy already towards stairs. Jaquinho doesn't know it, but his fate might already be sealed.
Flick, needing to connect the shot, can't even find Travis. 5 survivors for AMKAL. They're going to be getting an investment even if they lose round number 23. Something to mention, Charlie, you said it was kind of the worst case scenario, and I think them going into the bomb site, it's certainly tough. If we saw Jaquinho already towards window and we saw Nilo close towards bench or van, they could have still won it. It's certainly not an easy round as they got 5 aggressors coming their way, but it was 4 in apartments. We had Icy towards middle. We could have seen a Metizport round success there, but yeah, obviously the save is far better because winning a 2v5, you know, very, very difficult. But we've seen it from Jaquinho and Nilo. We've seen them win disadvantage rounds. They could have potentially done it, but the position's just not good enough.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them in a 4v2 on what, round number 5 or something already?
Yeah.
Round number 4, something like that, very early on, and Jaquinho obviously won his second in this game. So why not add another player to it? I'm sure they could probably win that one as well, but we are having a bit of attack pause here being used from AMKAL. They once again are going to know it is another force thread.
Metizport are going for the win here. They don't want OT.
You do have to think, if they lose this thread,
it's done.
It certainly should be. It certainly should be. This is such a bold play. To point out again, this is their map pick thread. They could potentially be given up the chance to take Mirage or to at least play for overtime on it. This is such a big risk. But the fact that they've not only gone for it once, but now twice, they are so confident. You wouldn't do that otherwise.
Yeah, I think the problem they're really going to be dealing with is, look, we've got a pistol and ZTR, I believe it is that 5.7. Yes, we've got 3 M4s in play and a FAMAS. Util's not perfect. Charlie, we don't have a kit. If the bomb goes down, things are looking tough. Great movement from Jaquinho. Makes his way into ladder, and with the smoke towards top mid, it will be allowed, but it seems as though a B split should be coming in soon. Already Nilo boosted up.
Well, Icy needs to be careful here.
It's not going to be ready for it, surely not. Ooh, lucky to be alive there. Nilo would have loved to find that opener.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. When someone's on the boost, you're not expecting it. Sort of keeping yourself alive feels like a victory, even if you take a bit of damage.
Nice position here from Susp. Looks as though
look at the rotations right now from Metizport. They don't actually directly have anyone playing A.
Yeah, but they've got to take a gamble. They can't really just play passively. Adam,
yeah, I mean, it's a great read. Let's see how they read this now. The T's have gone back.
Yeah, silence towards B apartments. Ooh, timing. Adam could have found Travis there. They are still gambling towards B. Oh, this is going to be devastating.
We could potentially see a save. If this site is taken cleanly, I think we have to see a save, Fred. 25 seconds left. The site is still clear. The elevated player. So much damage onto Jaquinho, but he is alive. The bomb will be planted very soon. Icy's the man with the bomb. Has to get out of Palace eventually.
Charlie, they're making their way to it. It looks as though they are going to be looking to try and attempt this retake. Oh, Flash is good. Stime's got one of his own. Oh, so tough for Nilo. Will fall to Icy. We mentioned how the save should have been the play. And Metizport, things are not looking nice for them. And oh, Travis will find Sus, but only 2 survivors now. One of which being a pistol.
It is again AMKAL, regardless of what happens, they are getting a buy in the next. They can try to take these weapons away. They have to do it together. You can't do it as just Travis. Oh, you go down. Now Jaquinho's got a weapon as well. And there you go. Look, you see him waiting for the reinforcements to come in. Towards Archive, but no. We'll decide against it. I mean, I suppose it is lucky for AMKAL that Jaquinho has not been able to save a weapon. Just the pistol.
The finances, Charlie.
I mean, we said it was a gamble. We said it was a very big gamble. And the site being taken cleanly, I do think they should have saved. Icy, even being on 50 HP, still manages to find 2 kills. Does a great job there. This is an excellent find from Travis.
We've got 2 MP9s, a 5.7, a Scout, and the 1 M4 for Metizport. AMKAL, they're on map point on their opponent's map pick. Oh, Nilo with the missed movement. No. Oh, he's going to go down to Icy's AWP. Nilo, the heavy hitter.
So many simple mistakes there from Metizport. Oh, that Nilo's going to be kicking himself. That is probably the easiest way he's given up his life in a long time, I imagine. Apartments is being taken. This is the sort of stuff we do need to see from Metizport. The CT side have to take space. Interestingly enough, there is actually an open spawn that can be retrieved.
Oh, CTR though, with a weapon in hand, potentially can communicate this. Adam, he's got 3 opponents to face. He's got to find 2, Charlie, but they're all so prepped and ready for him. Adam will get 1. The Scout of Jaquinho posted up here. Has to face off against the AWP of Icy, but is successful. Jaquinho takes one down, but Travis emerges out of connector. Will find Sus.
Still behind.
It's a 3-on-2. ZTR so fast and the bomb not going down yet. He can deny. the round on ZTR's shoulders. The bomb will get planted, but they're now aware of it. Steim makes his way down the ladder. Travis needing to emerge through the smoke, needing to help out Steim here. Peeks, spots out ZTR, needs to find Jaquino towards CT, has been eliminated. It's a 2 versus 1. Both aware of ZTR's position. No kit in play. Will be swinging under balcony. And Travis eliminates from stairs. AMKAL, they secure their opponent's map pick. 13-11, although close, you have to say. Metizport, they made some interesting decisions. It was kind of back-to-back-to-back forces, whereas an eco, it would have allowed AMKAL to find 11, but
Speaking up a little bit, it wasn't their best, but it is overpass. It is live. AMKAL taking on Metizport.
yeah,
I do need
Metizport.
to point out what Bob was saying there was spot on about Icy. I mean, he had an electric map 1 overpass, an AWP-centric map where the AWPs really can take charge. If he can continue that performance, I struggle to see how Metizport can take this one. It's going to be a difficult map for them as it is, but Nilo's Julie's only able to find 1.
Yeah, and in that kind of close quarters proximity, kind of expecting the spam of the Julies to find that success. ECR peeking out from back dice, attempting to eliminate one towards long. They do bring it back to a 3-on-2 as Forrester will find Adam B. CTR still tucked away towards truck. We will be seeing Susp rotating in. Oh, just shy of spotting Crad. Contacts made. Crad finds another, and Susp falls to Forrester. A great pistol round there from AMKAL.
Yeah, it really is one of those pistols as well where you look at it and consider, okay, things haven't gone great for you, Metizport, on your map pick. It was a close game, 100%, but you're on your opponent's map pick, you're on the stronger side. You do need to sort of take that pistol. You do need to have that early start. You scored against them. AMKAL now, they're leading on the T side. They're going to be up against just the full eco. Should comfortably be able to take this one 2-0. But one thing I do want to point out, we're obviously watching Overpass here. This is a map that is no longer in the map pool. We're only going to see it a number of times here anymore. When a team like Metizport, who it's not a map that they play loads of, how much practice are they going to put into the map? Are they still going to practice it as much? Are they going to be spending that time practicing Dust? AMKAL, sure, you can imagine they'll still practice it. It's in their map pool. It's one of their strongest maps. You imagine they will until Dust sort of fully comes into it. So you look at it like that. Maybe just in terms of Dust being the new sort of replacement, maybe Metizport have sort of called it quits on Overpass already, and maybe this could make things a bit trickier.
Yeah, certainly something to mention. I think so far the round's looking pretty nice for AMKAL. Take 2 players down. Steim is low, but Forrester in the back lines will eliminate Adam, and that is the B bomb site completely vacated from the Metizport side. But yeah, I think that's certainly something to mention. I think as well, with the removal of Overpass and the introduction of Dust, I feel like a lot of teams, they've now got this kind of period where they're going to be questioning, look, Dust wasn't in our map pool before, Overpass was, we've now, you know, one map's been replaced by the other, and I feel like a lot of teams now, they might be in scenarios where, look, we're going to have to change up our Instaman potentially, because Dust is a map that I feel like teams, you either love it or you hate it. I feel like there is that kind of imbalance between teams' kind of preference on it.
It's going to be very interesting when the new map does fully come into play, but I'm doing my absolute best, Fred, to enjoy every Overpass game while it still lasts.
So sad to see Overpass falling. It would have been nice to see a map like Mirage, a map like Inferno be replaced by it, as it's kind of replacing one CS Classic for another.
I don't know if I'd like Inferno to be removed. Mirage, sure, get it out, but Inferno feels like it can't ever be. Can't imagine ever not seeing an Inferno.
I'm sure we're all thinking about that about Overpass. You know, it's crazy to see the map falling.
Third most played map in officials, and obviously it came into the game a bit later. So it is a bit of a staple of CS, but sadly we don't have that decision, and Valve does. But back onto this game, Fred. AMKAL, first full buy against Metizport, things are looking good. Sure, Forrester has taken a solid chunk of damage, but he's found that opening kill, and look at Travis's space that he's taken. He can just stay tucked here. ZTR is aware.
Yeah, ZTR jump spotted. Don't think he saw him, but yeah, you mentioned the awareness. Nilo is going to be in the back lines. Crab is holding, but Nilo still going to be in this flank. Bomb to go down, though. We have got such a deep position here of Forrester. Nilo very much aware of it. CT's taking their time.
The Forester's not actually going to have any impact from the positioning right now. Oh, timing looks good for him onto this push towards Nilo. Has been spotted though, does get taken down. Disadvantage for AMKAL, but look how low that bomb is getting taken. There's only one defuse getting played. Missed shot from Susp. Icy finds the second now. More missed shots. Icy with another, and Icy again is continuing this performance. 4 kills from him. If there's any man that wants to be in this final more than anyone, it's certainly Icy.
Yeah, he does it with a Galil, not even an AK, not even his premium weapon of the AWP. An incredible round there from Icy, able to save that AWP from Susp. Couple missed shots there from Susp, potentially costing Metizport their chance and their round. But yeah, it looked nice for Metizport. Crad was Forrester, was so far out of it. We had a MAC-10 and a Galil stuck on the bomb site. AMKALs, they seemed suffocated, but Metizport, they took their time on that retake, and that's where things went a little wrong for them, because towards the end of it, it seemed a bit rushed. And Icy just had so much time to pick apart the retaking players.
Nice find there from Adam B. A couple of players do have armor on this Metizport side, so that is a weapon that can be picked up. Jaquinho going to be looking for a cheeky kill as well. Position can often be overlooked. You think if AMKAL just stay as a bit of a unit, there shouldn't really be any chance they lose this one. Susp does now have that AK, and AMKAL have set their sights towards the other side of the map. Metizport, the call is wrong here.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of gamble calls from Metizport on Mirage, and a fair few of them were gambled incorrectly. We do still have the Deke here with Adam B ready and waiting. Holding, expecting aggression out of Monster. Timing not great for Adam, will be taken down. Nilo finding one with the Deke. Oh, Nilo doubling down. Icy eventually eliminating. It's a 3 versus 2 in favour of the CTs. Smoke's going to be fading soon. Icy taps through the smoke with the AWP. They're going to be pushing through with pace. Susp found as well. It's all on Jaquinho. 1 versus 2 now. Simple shot for Icy. Gets a 3k in that one. Charlie's currently 10-1. Second top performance. Forrester with 5 kills.
This is one of the best performances I think I've seen from Icy in a long time.
He's got the same amount of kills as his whole team combined. Potentially having more than the Metizport players.
I mean, I have been very, very impressed by Icy in this series. The young Kazakhstani AWPer. I mean, desperately wants to get to this grand final. A 4-0 start for AMKAL on the T side. Right now, things are looking very, very good for them.
Yeah, we mentioned taking their opponent's map pick, heading to one where they've shown some dominance. It couldn't be better, really, for AMKAL to secure the series in a 2-0 fashion. And so far, Overpass is looking brilliant for them.
We did actually see a bit of a triple nade towards Boost. Timings were not the same time.
Ooh,
you can get them, but no real damage done. Yeah, Crad is really deep here. Didn't really want to...
Ooh, Crad falling to Adam, though.
Extend out.
A 3-on-5 here. AMKAL disadvantaged. Nilo and Adam B both have been chipped away at. Util coming over. Simple shot for Nilo.
So on Travis and Icy to try to see if they can find anything in this one. A couple of players have been chipped away at, but it is still this 2-on-5 at the end of the day.
Jaquinho's in quite a nice off angle here. If Icy decides to progress, could be found, but it seems as though the final 2 Ts are just going to be saving. Travis can drop an AK over in the next, as Crad's finance is not going to be strong enough, but it will cause Travis to have just a flashbang for utility, unless if you can find a pick here while saving.
Yeah, I mean, the CDs don't really want to hunt. They need to build their economy. They've got very little in the reserve, other than what they have sort of just really from kill reward. Adam B's got a little bit extra from that. So they can't really go for much of a hunt. They have to save. They've got to keep their economy high. They've got to let these 2 players save.
And that's kind of just...
That's what they will do, so...
Because they're now trailing by 3, they need to have consistent investments.
I mean, there's a world where we could easily see Metizport can consistently lose players, have weak buys, lose rounds, be on half buys, and then your CT side, you feel like you've barely got a chance to play it, just due to your finances. So, yeah, it is important for Metizport to start to grow somewhat of an economy.
Interestingly, Charlie, Icy and Forrester both could have dropped over this Tech 9 to Crad. Could have seen a Galil been dropped over from Icy, but it seems as though he just wants to keep his own finances strong. Nice nade there onto Susp and ETR. I like this aggressive push of Jaquinho's orb. And oh, gets the leg. Unfortunate. A secondary nade comes through towards Susp and ETR. Nilo found by Travis. It's a 5-on-4, but 2 of the players on the Metizport side so low HP already.
Oh, ZTR not realising how close these players were, and it's probably going to have to be a save from that.
Straight away.
Susp knows he's low. Jaquinho's on the orb, not easy to retake when smokes and mollies are all over the bomb site. So you're basically just saying, Adam, win us around, and that's not going to happen in a 1v5, basically. So, yeah, they are going to have to concede this one. And just like that, Metizport find 1, but can't find anything after it. AMKAL, 5-1 the score is going to be on the T side of Inferno. Already a pretty solid half. They can look to take the lead on this side.
Yeah, and I think with 5 rounds, it's kind of what you're expecting from the T's. Anything else is a bit of a bonus, and the fact they've still got plenty more rounds. There's 6 remaining. Dare I say, we could see a double-digit half from AMKAL.
Yeah, I don't know if I go that far just yet, but I mean, there's certainly a chance. The way they're playing right now.
Yeah, the utility from them been really key. Susp and ZTR, where they were boosting up, but so much damage dealt.
Yeah, By can't obviously come out with 3 players saving and all 5 surviving in the prior. Weapons can be dropped over. There won't be any issues in terms of actually getting an investment out in this one. And I actually think there can still be an investment in the next, regardless of if Metizport lose.
Yeah, Jaquinho certainly can bring out the big green. Nilo searching for an opener, but just forced back, and Stein could find him, but Nilo quick enough to escape. CTR, though, could be caught. Once again, these CTs are playing a little bit riskily. They want to try and find these openers, but have done so here from Jaquinho, eliminating Forrester.
So early kill found by Metizport. We did see a sort of similar situation on the round that they did win. Just slowly finding kills across the map until the round became near impossible for the T side. IC brought down very low as well.
Pretty passive hit from Metizport's time. Surely going to be found. I'll be honest, completely baited by the M4. I thought that was a CT.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was thinking, is there some sort of short peek I don't know about? Unless Crad is completely panicking and starts spraying down his own teammates, I think he'll be fine.
A4 on the T side. I'm getting confused, Charlie.
I can tell. I mean, chaotic series so far, so can't blame you for that. Crad does find Nilo towards the B site. Oh, time looks good for Stein, and he does find ZTR, and all of a sudden, despite the HP of some of these AMKAL players, they are still advantaged in this one. Surely, if the save comes through, this is going to feel like a really devastating call from the Swedes, and it's going to be the save. Look how low these players are. Most of them can take 1 bullet.
A well-placed nade can find all 3. Quite safe to say they're going to be splitting, but yeah, Metizport, it's back-to-back rounds where they have to save. It's unfortunate, especially as we saw Jaquinho find the opener. And that's the only kill Metizport were able to get. But AMKAL finding 6. They've already got half the rounds, and they're certainly going to be looking for more. But Charlie, Metizport, they have to find overpass to continue their chances here in the playoffs, and it's not looking great for them so far.
See, the issue is, so it does seem like a very tough call from Metizport saving there, but you can actually see their money is growing significantly around them as well. they aren't exactly in an awkward position where, oh, they can't really buy, some people can. They are constantly getting buys down. They always having a bit of extra cash. They're always having 3 players survive. They can easily drop over. They're not really going to need to in this round. So it does mean they're constantly getting these buys out. And that's one thing that is always a bit of an issue. When you're playing overpass and it feels like your AWP's never on the big green, your star player's never on the rifles, things like that. They are on these weapons. There's no real excuses. They're making these saves for these next rounds. This is the round that they are saving for. The reason why they didn't go for that 3v4 with 3 players being sort of 1 bullet from death. We need to see this change from Metizport, and we need to see it now.
Yeah, and at what point, Charlie, are Metizport no longer going to be going for these saves? You know, AMKAL could find 7 off the back of this next round. I think Metizport, they're no longer in a scenario where they can go, look, let's just save these weapons. They're going to have to start going for these unfavored retakes, because without it, you're just giving too many rounds to the T's, and it could just come down to pistol round victory for AMKAL on the CT side in the game. All said and done, but I like this aggressive push here from the CTs. They will be backing away. Oh, Adam's still sticking around, and Forrester peeking, needing to find, but great from Adam. Nice reposition. The swing is successful. Sus finds Icy as well. So this is man advantage. Stein going to be pushing here towards long. Nilo surely securing. And it's Travis and Crad to try and win this 2 versus 4.
Travis is aware of this player jump peeking.
Oh, Nilo
finds Crad towards long.
That's the bomb.
Travis doesn't realise yet, but all players are going to end up regrouping just outside of the toilets area.
I like it from Nilo as well, just kind of hastily heading to safety.
Yeah, gun barrel was actually spotted. I questioned, was it? And both players glued to the angle. Yeah, it certainly was. So Metizport do win their second round. I said we needed to see a change. They kept on saving for these rounds like this, and they do finally post one. But Nilo, he did feel like the reason for it. Good positioning, double kill from him.
Yeah, I feel like once the CTs came alive towards short, Stein just a little too fast to push up long. I feel like we've seen Nilo play there plenty of times already, and that's something that AMKAL needs to be ready for. But look, Charlie, AMKAL lose a round, and straight away they opt for the pause, and I like it from them realising, look, we've had a good T half so far, but we can't let this slip. We can't really be giving all these rounds to Metizport. So
I wonder if they want to sort of find a way to get Icy a bit more back into this game, because although AMKAL have still won sort of a couple of rounds since Icy has got a kill, he's been on 10 kills for about three rounds or so now. So yeah, they might sort of be saying, Icy, you're having an excellent game, but you're not really being given these clear chances. How is it we're going to be able to get you one? What is it we can do to be able to find you one of these picks?
yeah, and I think potentially, you know, if Icy is still struggling with the AWP to find impact, are we going to see a change to the rifle? Because I think Metizport realised, look, Icy was a key part of their success on Mirage. Similarly, going to have that impact with the AWP on Overpass, and we need to try and isolate and kind of minimise the successes that Icy can have. They have spotted the jump boost towards the slide there. They spot Jaquinho, so he will just back away.
I liked the aggressive attempt from Metizport. Don't find anything from it though, so just backs away, no problem.
It is going to be this B play here from AMKAL. It's just Stein lurking here towards A, trying to create some presence and pressure, but nothing found of it yet. And Metizport looks as though they wanted to take some control towards short. We have just got Jaquinho holding Adam B and Sus as these B defenders. They can be pushing through the smoke. Flashbang fully blinding Adam. Crad, although could find, struggles to. Adam does a great job to find 2. It is this 3v3 now. ZTR might make some noise rotating down as Stein could find him, but oh, it goes the other way. Man advantage now for Metizport. Great flash onto Sus.
Gotta take this fight onto Sus now. They know he's alone here. Icy does find ZTR. Ooh. Travis gets found through the wall, and it's all on Icy again. Missed shot, gonna make things very awkward. Drops the smoke to give him a bit of room to maneuver, but the nade takes him down and the bomb will be defused. Travis had to find that kill onto Sus, but vice versa. Really key round there from Sus. Only one kill, but if he goes down there, both the CTs were coming from the same area. We already see Icy take down the first.
Adam does such a good job to find two there. I think there's a world in which he gets nothing. He's fully blinded. Krad's peeking, yet Adam not only finds the first, swings towards the right-hand side of the pillar and eliminates another. And I think Metizport, they win the round, yes, granted, with 2 survivors, but it could have been very different if we see Adam find nothing, because Jaquinho was taken down pretty comfortably towards short. I think
we see a save again. I wouldn't be surprised.
Definitely. And I think as well, that's the first round that it seems that Icy's had opportunities for kills, and it's when it comes down to these clutches. But straight away, Charlie, we're seeing Icy back on the AK, and we'll see if it can yield successes. Obviously, couldn't invest the AWP, didn't have the finances for it. But I think now Icy's got an AK, got a rifle in hand, potentially going to be having a little bit more impact, in fact, because really has been struggling in the initial portion of these rounds.
It is obviously that full investment from AMKAL. Pretty much everyone could buy, apart from one, that being Stain. He is just on the deek, but easily can have his teammates catch a player off and pick up their weapon.
I'm quite interested why we don't just see Forrester switch weapons with Stein. To be fair, what we have...
They have been miles away throughout the whole round.
Secondly, what we have seen from Stein on the deek, I still remember that kind of apartments, round on Mirage, finding 2 instant headshots. Clearly a player who's quite clinical with the deek.
Won that round on just an eco, really. A very weak buy.
Molotov going to delay this aggression towards long. They still have 2 flashes and they're going to be coming over now. ZTR playing in front of them, in fact. Travis will find one, but Nilo stepping up, getting the trade. ZTR secures another, takes down Icy. It's a 4-on-2, low HP Forrester. Bomb's been dropped and just going to be the save. Metizport going to find 4. And it's really key for Metizport. Because AMKAL, they started this, 5-1? It looks brilliant.
Yeah, no one seemingly really wanted to fully commit through that smoke with Stein, in fact. It was like a few people were a bit too hesitant, opted against it, but it was actually 6-1 Fred at one point.
Yeah, pretty incredible. And Metizport, the fact they're going to be against... Ooh, we're going to be... I think we started the investment there from AMKAL. Seems as though they wanted to force, and that was a problem that Metizport had towards the end of Mirage. They opted for continual forces, and that's what kind of messed things up for them. And we've got Forrester, Krad, they've got AKs obviously with saving, but the players aren't investing around them. Will be getting 3 guns out in the next. What are your thoughts in this on this buy from AMKAL? Do you think it's better to force around them, or...?
So, I actually really do like hero AKs. See, I think it's a bit interesting here because sort of the main goal you want from a hero AK is 1, to give you a chance to win the round, and 2, also it can be really good to keep the finances very low of the CT side. And in an MR12 where, I mean, let's be honest, Fred, the economy's in a bit of an awkward spot where sometimes it feels like you've never got it stable at all.
Yes.
So, I do think the hero AK is taking a hit, having one player have a weaker buy in the next to keep that CT's economy so low, but if you win the next round, you can reset them. I think an AK is a really good call, but 2 of them is always a bit interesting. Your next round is going to just be a lot weaker.
Charlie, we've got to play so deep here in Stein.
I mean, look at Travis. He's so isolated. 18 HP.
He's got to keep himself alive. Peeking round. Unfortunate for Stein. Will go down to Jaquinho. He had that slight inkling.
Just 18 HP on Travis. Will get found, and no, he won't get found.
Yeah, it's unfortunately
though there.
Unfortunate timing there for Nilo. The second he looks away, that's when Travis decides to peek, and with 21 seconds on the clock, he has a chance here. Jaquinho has spotted him. Bomb can be planted.
Yeah, it is quite big actually. Well, he doesn't get it.
Adam B, fast flank. I like what we saw from both Adam and Susp in that round. There was a little bit of silence. They didn't really know kind of where AMKAL were heading, so they just kind of double pushed towards Monster. They find picks, they deal a lot of damage as well. And I like how we're seeing both Adam B and Sus kind of taking these info plays together. We saw it towards Short a couple rounds prior, and they found that success. And I like what we're seeing here from Metizport on their CT side. And it's kind of the reason that they've now found some success. It seemed a little bit static. It seemed far too patient. Yet now we've got players really deep. We saw it from Nilo there. He was so deep towards Fountain quite late in the round. And I think that's what's given Metizport their chance back into this one. Because it was, as you mentioned, 6-1. It's now 6-5. We can see Metizport level things up here, and AMKAL certainly not going to be happy with that. Potentially, I've cursed them. I said that AMKAL could find double digits.
I mean, the thing is, you have to think they will be on the CT side. That, in theory, should still be their stronger side, and they've already got 6 rounds on the T side, which is pretty solid. But still a chance they can win this one, but Nilo's been an absolute menace towards Long. Fully blinded this time and won't have a chance to say anything, but Jaquinho will. Buys the first, takes down the second. Advantage, just like that. Switches ways, and Metizport now the ones in the lead. Crad crept his way onto the bomb site.
He's a little bit worried about Jaquinho. Has heard shortly ZTR dropping
down.
down.
That from ZTR. It's such a nice bait that he did there, but Brad, seemingly not caring.
It's all about timing here for Travis. Jaquinho peeks into it. Simple shot for Travis. Crowd eventually will fall.
Yeah.
They're going to make their way towards B, surely. They don't have that.
Will be the goal. Still, there's 2 defenders here, though. It is obviously the harder site to take. They do have a smoke and a flash. Flashbang comes over. Sus, but not blind, but it doesn't matter. He doesn't find anything. Adam B goes down as well. Travis having an excellent round so far. ZTR brought down to 50 HP from Crad.
A difficult clutch. A really, really hard one. Half HP, as you mentioned. Has got a couple pieces of util, but the positioning, because ZTR's a little late to rotate in. So many questions, and Travis finding 4 in this one. An incredible round from Travis, single-handedly giving AMKAL the lead as they switch to that CT side. So they do secure 7. A brilliant half from them. And as switching to the CT side, I mentioned before, if they win the pistol, it puts them in such good stead to get themselves a spot in that grand finals.
See, obviously, you look at it and think, okay, yeah, potentially we could have seen AMKAL get a little bit more. But I mean, 7 rounds still on the T side, you are in a really good position still.
Incredible.
You can't take your foot off the pedal. Still, you're in a semi-final. Metizport, we know what these individuals can do. We know how incredible they can be. Don't give them an inch or they will take a mile, but Metizport, they've got to be the ones to try to see what they can salvage from this one.
Yeah, Jaquinho, we saw him get a double in the last, but he's only on 5 kills, Charlie. Jaquinho's had a bit of a tough one.
Yeah, hasn't really been able to find loads of impact in this one so far, but you say the same thing. Susp has 1 more kill than him, ZTR has 1 less kill than him. It does feel like Metizport in general, they have struggled apart from the rounds that they've won. It feels like it feels like the whole team sort of combining to have big moments. Maybe apart from Nilo, who's had a lot of huge holds towards Long. Other than that, I do think a lot of the team has had a pretty difficult round.
Charlie, there was quite a clear correlation to AMKAL's success and Icy's. You know, he went very quiet. I think he was 10-1, now 11-6. It's not the greatest of changes. Obviously, had an incredible start to the game, but fallen off and fallen flat. Hopefully, the CT side with the AWP in hand will be a much stronger performance. Great from Sus to find the opener. Is just this lurk. Trying to draw rotations. We are going to be seeing a flank coming through here from Crad. Crad's another player that we kind of mentioned had a great series previously, but not been too strong here. Icy will get the pick, but it is this A play here. We mentioned a flank coming through from Crad, but he's gone deep here towards Con. Could find Nilo, but still.
Yeah, Suspect he managed to find another before going down. He had 3 players fighting him, so that was really key. Jaquinho here, player you mentioned, up against Forrester. Takes him down with the pistol.
Charlie,
this long flank is coming through, but it might not matter. Ooh, okay. Maybe it will. Now Crab finds one as well.
It's all on
Didn't
Nilo.
spot the last player, but has heard him. He's got to get on this bomb.
Icy
Oh,
finds.
no!
And that's
It's done.
gonna be the round.
They got the round, I swear.
4K
Surely they got
Icy.
enough time to defuse this bomb.
Yeah.
Oh no, a 4 versus 2. Icy with 4. A player you mentioned got a bit quiet. 4 kills, and Crad, such an important one, instantly gets on the bomb, has full faith in his teammate, and somehow AMKAL do the impossible and take this pistol. I mean, look at this situation. Look how little time there was.
Yeah, incredible stuff from Icy. Crad finally having that impact. And Icy, great shot there. Something to mention, Charlie, I think there was 3 P250s dropped across on the T side of Metizport. Because Susp had one, we saw one on Nilo, and similarly, Jaquinho wielding. So, interestingly, Metizport opting for weaponry on the pistol over utility and armor.
I mean, they found the kills. The P250s found 3 kills. I mean, yeah, they found all the kills. But just weren't able to. The MP9 tries to find something, but
Force fight.
right now, yeah, this is looking really clean from the T's. A very good response after losing that pistol.
Icy has to
Not even
save.
close.
He's got an AWP. We're
Not
going
going to be aware of this. Exactly what he's got, but they can probably have an educated guess considering he is going to be saving.
Yeah, 4 kills as well in the pistol. It's unfortunate for Icy because he brings out the AWP in the second round knowing that it will just be the Force, and sadly, Metizport, they head their way towards B. And it looks as though ZTR is going to be creeping. Oh, once ZTR is spotted, if Icy finds him, quite clearly indicate to Metizport that the hunt is the right play. Icy currently here. Oh, has he just been spotted? He definitely
Yeah,
has.
look at that. ZTR instantly turns.
Ooh, missed shot. And he goes down. That's an AWP for Jaquinho. A devastating round for AMKAL. All 5 survivors for Metizport. It's going to have to be the Force from AMKAL. And Metizport, they can bring themselves right back to an 8-8 scoreline here. Bit of a B rush though. Brilliant stuff.
I mean, we're going to see a Force regardless for AMKAL, but imagine a Force with Icy's AWP. He has obviously been the top performer for AMKAL. He's had some really, I mean, individually won a lot of games for this side in this series so far. A lot of rounds have been sort of just off the back of his plays.
Bit of a long stack here. Jaquinho going to be holding. Very tight angle here. Flashbang's coming over. They are going to be swinging. Players blinded. Icy will get one, but Jaquinho trading. Jaquinho with another.
Yeah, making the most out of that AWP. And he was so graciously gifted from Icy. I mean, Metizport, they're happy to slow this down. Look at them. All as a full unit. All 4 players here going together.
I'm going to be creeping towards time. Oh, it's all going to be about timing. He spots us so many. We'll get one, in fact. That's why the Deagle, probably not the best weapon. I feel like spamming with that. Not the easiest.
5-7 there.
Oh, it could have been beautiful.
You never know. There are actually some weapons that Travis can retrieve. He's just got the P250, so I don't really know how much he's going to be able to find. Maybe he will consider trying to retrieve one of those weapons, but has Jaquinho to contend with here? Bit of a P250 fight.
Sadly, no
Jaquinho
headshots.
seems reluctant to use the AWP after finding those first 2 kills.
But
It will be that 8-8, like you said. We will be closing things out. It's going to be very close here on the finish. And we had a very close end to Mirage. It feels only right that we have a close end to Overpass. Will we get to that 3rd and final map? It's still up in the air, Fred.
Yeah, I think as well. AMKAL find the last round on the T side. It goes 7-5. They win the pistol with amazing kind of individual performance from Icy. and then they lose the force, and that's where things get really tough for AMKAL. They set themselves up perfectly to kind of take a lead, extend it, potentially set themselves to win the series, and all it takes are Metizport force bite, success against AMKAL's, and look where we are now, back level. It's anyone's game, really.
Yeah, easy pickings there from CCT. That's fine 3, and it's just Brad and Icy remaining. Both players towards heaven. I mean, you think at best with both of them here, smoked off now. I'm gonna say you might be able to luckily try to catch off one, but even then, I think we are likely gonna see the boost towards ABC. Oh, just a double swing. Susp does get brought down to 41 HP, but still alive and kicking. Metizport money's grown very healthily now.
Charlie, something to mention, you know, Crad, Stein, Forrester, they're not having the best of games, and, you know, those 3 individuals only having 16 kills, that's how many Icy's got, and it's great that Icy's having a, you know, a really good game, having these key moments, but we need to see other players stepping up. I feel like we saw it from Susp in that last round, we've seen it in, you know, in a couple previously. The only player who's negative on the side of Metizport is ZTR, and he's currently 8 and 12, it's not that bad, and it seems as though it's not going to be a fight of the kind of the successive individuals, but it's more going to be about the kind of the performances that are a little bit in the dark, and it has to be stated, Crad 3 and 10, not looking great, and it's exactly what Metizport need.
The execute coming through here. Mac 10 gonna spearhead this one. 2 CTs very close to the monster pipe, but the Mac 10 goes down quickly.
They're both peeking in front of the flashes, Charlie. Both peeking beforehand. Adam will eliminate, though. It is this 3-on-2. That's Forrester falling as well. Icy still alive in this one, though, so could go either way. Oh, Crad has just spotted Susp. We'll find Jaquinho as well.
He's got this information on Susp as well.
We've got 2 flashes for the AMKAL side. This round can comfortably go their way. First flash coming over, having to dodge it. Oh, miscommunicated. Susp crept his way deep under heaven, and Susp and Adam, they clutch it out.
Yeah, interesting though, we don't actually see like a commit to clearing that from Crad. He seemed so aware that there's a player there, but throws the flash out.
We could have just seen chain flashes. They both had them.
Yeah, it is interesting there, but I mean, you did point out Crad as a player that you were sort of saying is underperforming a little bit. I think Forrester has to be mentioned here. He is, I mean, statistically, he's the player that is always very close to the top of the charts, if not the player at the top of the charts. He's got the exact same rating as Icy since joining this roster. Both players are known to be sort of these key members of the team. Forrester's 7 and 13 in comparison to his second
start, ZTR!
Icy.
Not holding! Crad will find Adam for it. Icy eliminating him as well. Although a 1v3, this is just a half buy, and AMKAL, they've taken down a couple. If we can see Icy find one more kill.
Yeah, just the lack of armor is going to make things very tough. It might be a chance, but I don't know how much we'll be able to get into this round, but I do think we need to see Forrester step up.
You're looking at the money of Metizport, they're going to be getting investments pretty much until the end of this one. Both Susp, Jaquinho are going to be sitting around 14k, Adam B in a similar position. Obviously Adam needing to invest, but look, the money is so good for Metizport. We mentioned that Metizport potentially made a couple mistakes when it came to the consistent investments towards the final portion of Mirage, but AMKAL now, they really need to secure things. It's their best opportunity to do so. There's always a chance for Metizport to find Overpass. Inferno as well being a map they've shown strengths on. So AMKAL, it has to be said, Charlie, their chances of getting a spot in the grand finals could be slowly slipping away.
Things are looking a little bit difficult here. Icy will... Oh, I say we'll be able to save. Nice find there.
He's aware of the second as well. So much damage dealt to Jaquinho. We've got an HE grenade on Icy. Won't be sending it towards Divider though.
10 to 8, Metizport. I mean, a pretty good looking D side, you have to say. Could have easily folded, could have easily been down and out, but that's 5 in a row from them there. Pistol went the way of AMKAL, but ever since that pistol, no rounds since on this CT side.
Also, we do have the orb on Icy once again, needing to have some key moments here. It looks as though he wants to peek a little late, a little delayed. Try and catch them off guard. Oh, he peeks inside. Boost is going to come through.
Oh, how is that not connected? I don't think they could be any closer.
Yeah, the T's now backing away, realising, look, let's not take any risks here.
Yeah, fumbling with the boost for too long, sort of just asking if you're staying there, or basically just asking to be hit by one of Icy's stray bullets.
Flashbang to come over. Icy. Gonna be peeking. Oh, he's been spotted. Needs to try and back away. Will be able to do so, though. Maneuvers his way towards the back of the bomb site. Crad in a nice position atop Dice.
Icy's got to be very careful, very wary about utility. Just eliminating him. A lot of places can be quite easy to wallbang, easy to nade Molly, so has to do his best to keep himself alive, because right now he is the only person really stepping up. Travis has had a few good rounds, but nothing sort of crazy.
Yeah, and it's about consistency as well. You know, nearly a third of Travis's kills came from one round.
Oh, I love this. So low from Icy. It's such a bold play to make, but I mentioned the util can be so scary.
Molotov eliminating Crad, spotted by Nilo. 5 on 3, making a 5 on 2. Great round from Nilo. Finds all three of them.
Communication's completely off there, Fred. How is Nilo able to find not only Crad, but then another player taking down Forrester without Forrester even being remotely aware by the looks of things?
Yeah, AMKAL just going to be saving here. Steinwell finds ETR. Adam B as well, close towards Connector. And this is going to make things tough. Even with 2 save weapons, didn't look too comforting. Travis needs to survive as well, but Travis goes down. Potentially a hero rifle to be shown here from Travis, but the rest really can't invest. Metizport, chances for 12 here.
You are having to, I mean, look how close that is. I mean, an opening kill there for AMKAL would have been brilliant. What are you doing here, Fred? Are you forcing... Are you going for the partial investment for AMKAL?
Yeah, I think...
What is the buy you're going for?
I think it's Deagles and a hero rifle, and I like what we're seeing. Travis, in fact, not wielding said rifle. It's been dropped over to Forrester, but yeah, I think this has to be the call, because you can still find successes with these half buys, whereas if you go for it all, that's where things can get too dicey. I think you've got to play for OT. I like the boost. It gives them a great chance. It finds them the opener. It's exactly what AMKAL need. They've got to take a bit of a, kind of make a bit of a risk, take a bit of a, kind of, I guess you could say, a gimmick play, and we see it from the sandbags boost. If short aggression came through from Metizport, could have been a bit tough for AMKAL, but now they found the opener. They've got the advantage. Yes, they've only got the 1 rifle, but we've seen what pistols can do, and I think every day of the week this is the right decision. No need to fully invest here in round number 20.
You gotta make sure they just don't give up simple kills here. Have a look at Crad's position. He's got so much information towards mid. Look at the gamble rotation we see just due to this. Crad had a tough game in terms of in the fragging department, but right now this round could be everything. Stealing one away from Metizport.
Yeah, it's going to be an absolute bloodbath on B. M4 just jiggling. Forrester needs to be very cautious. Travis taking that contact swim comes through from Forrester. Travis eliminates with said 5-7. And look at the 4 on 2. We mentioned the flank. Jaquinho. Oh, he's trying to line it up. Missed shots, but Icy by his side. It's all on ZTR. He has the bomb, Charlie. Going to be a bit of a foot race. Travis is quick, though. Flash to come over. Will be blinding. Attempt to plant, but Travis could deny it all. Realise he's not on the bomb.
I mean, look at the time.
Slowly.
ZTR at some point he might have to just back away. Doesn't matter. Icy takes him down with the AWP from the flank, and AMKAL with the partial investment, the hero rifle. A lot of faith put in Forrester, who I mentioned had a bit of a difficult game, but 2 kills found from him.
Yeah, an incredible round from AMKAL, denying Metizport finding map point. AMKAL still the opportunity to close out the series here in regulation. I mentioned the finances being so strong for Metizport, and that's why we're going to have an investment from them again, and we will see it in round 22 also. That's where things get a little tough for them. If they don't find success, if AMKAL go on a bit of a streak of their own, round 24s, that's where their finances come to an end. So Metizport, things could get a little tough for them.
We are assuming all of that is going to be the way, though. I mean, you have to remember, AMKAL haven't really been able to put up any consistent rounds on this half. That was the only fall by round they had, the only round they've won since the pistol. So much damage to Adam B, lucky to be alive. And a lot of information relayed over. You can see Metizport trying to go now with a bit more speed towards this bomb site. Forrester towards truck, drops to smoke, tries to create a bit more space.
A lot of work for Crad to do, but he doubles down. Finds the third as well. Jaquinho needs to eliminate him soon. Rotation's going to be coming through. Jaquinho searching on the bomb site. Adam B, low HP. Crad could find his fourth. Brilliant from Crad. 4 survivors here. AMKAL. Such a good round for them. The double monster play, it forces Metizport back.
Yeah, I mean, you have to say that smoke dropped from Forrester sort of allows the crossfire between Crad and Forrester to come through a lot easier, rather than sort of being able to maneuver around, playing around the wall, playing around these tight angles to try to isolate these fights. It was almost as if Crad accidentally let that first player up, and I do actually imagine that is what happened.
Yeah.
But in doing so, it completely baited in the next two. No idea that Crad was there. Although Forrester goes down, it allows Crad to really shine.
Oh, it's a worthwhile death.
Yeah, I mean, Forrester, I wouldn't be surprised if he was a bit annoyed until he saw what Crad did, and then he's like, okay,
You know what? You won the round.
But money is still strong, but we can see he's starting to show signs of weakness.
This is what I was talking about. They're going to be getting an investment in the next, but that's where AMKAL, they can find 11 off the back of this one. If Metizport don't find success in 23, the finances are drained, and we could be looking, you know, at a scenario where AMKAL are the ones with map and series point. But still, Metizport, they've got opportunities to close things out and find... Oh, find 12. The boost came through, and Adam is so lucky to be alive.
Yeah, just the dink. What he got hit by.
We have got a nade on Forrester. Stein as well could send one. CTR always stepping. Flashbang misses, in fact, and Crad found by Jaquinho. Looked like a pretty well orchestrated CT take. Icy needs to be cautious, and Nilo is so close. Nilo would have heard the scope. It's all going to be about timing here for Icy. Forrester's made his way onto the back of the A bomb site as well.
Does have Molotov, can drop this towards toilets, and it might keep his teammate alive. But look, Jaquinho's aware that Icy is likely going to be here. The flash forces him off. Nilo's going to now start to swim. Oh! Icy with the no scope. Jaquinho does take him down though, but 3 on 3. Forrester has to stand tall in this close cubby again.
Attempting to dodge flashes. They're going to make their way onto the bomb site. Forrester finds one, doubles down. It's all on the AWP. Jaquinho will find a pick. Limited ammunition. Forrester still finds with the USP. And AMKAL, they will take 11. Back to a level scoreboard. Metizport, it seemed as though they were on an incredible streak. They looked unstoppable on their T side. AMKAL, they win that kind of half by with CZs and that 1M4. Lovely no-scope from Icy, but Forrester steps up ridiculously here from that close truck angle. Jaquinho attempting to find, but this is where Metizport really going to be questioning as to what's gone wrong.
We had Crad have some heroics towards A. This time Forrester. Look at the money now, Fred. Not a lot in the bank. Jaquinho, no AWP on him. Scary times, but still, all it takes is this round going the way of Metizport, and they've secured at least overtime.
Okay, It's going to be this play towards B. Icy blinded, but still finds one. He's trapped towards Pillar. Needs to get another, but Nilo eliminating. And Stime currently towards Barrels. Finds Nilo. Adam trades. 3-on-3 again. This time it could go the way of the T's, but no, Travis. Great kill to find. Going to be flashing. Jacquinho elevates himself up, but Travis again. Adam B, 1v3, but Forrester finds AMKAL all the team to get themselves to 12. One round. All it takes, and AMKAL are the series victors. They get themselves a spot in the grand finals.
Not like this again, Metizport, surely. Both maps right down to the wire. Both maps, arguably, you've had the chances to take them, but AMKAL so resilient. This roster, these players, they look down and out, but when needed most, they can step up, and they do. This could be it, Fred. Round 24.
AMKAL. They do an incredible job to take their opponent's map pick. Things looked a little shaky here, but they've come back. Flashbang comes over. Oh, Forrester, 1 HP. Needs to get himself out of there, as there is utility. Missed nade there. Blocked by his teammate. Forrester.
Interesting. Didn't even try to dodge that flash there. Maybe thought they were going to swing in tandem with it. Lucky to be alive on just 1 HP. Nilo on the CT side, a menace in this position, but in this one he's the first to go down. First kill goes the way of AMKAL.
We still only have 2 defenders here towards A. Icy on the AWP. Crad playing towards the bin. And I like this from Icy. Oh, they're going to smoke to try and take some space, but Icy spots him, and Icy can find another, but it's going to be a perfect bait for Crad. It's a 4 versus 2, Charlie. Metizport. Only 2 remaining players. Jacquinho, he's here towards A alone. Yeah, he's so far away.
Jacquinho's got the bomb. There's 30 seconds. Adam isn't going to make it to that side of the map. I think he's DC'd.
Yeah, he must have disconnected.
Oh, this is brutal. This couldn't be a worse round to do so. Yeah, Jacquinho, the former Fnatic player, the Swedish AWP has all to do. Great one tap to start things off, but with 15 seconds on the clock, all CTs so nearby, and he goes down to Forrester.
And Adam, we saw the monitor flashing. And that was it.
Oh, it's such a brutal way, Fred, but AMKAL, they do it. They secure themselves a spot in the grand final, and I feel like the key word for this game has to be resilience.
Yeah, incredible stuff. The fact they looked so dominant on their T side. It was 6-1. It was brought back 6-5. They then take the lead, extend it. They win the pistol round, but Metizport, they brought themselves